What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Morrissey. And we're going back to his 1988 album Viva Hate for the tune Late Night Maudlin Street. Maudlin, as I understand its usage, it relates to an excessive and sort of garish sentimentality, being overly emotional and sentimental about things, perhaps specifically in a drunken way, at least, cognitively, if not literally. I think mawkish is a term that might be used synonymously. But yeah, so the idea of late night on Maudlin Street makes me think about perhaps someone who maybe in a drunken stupor is feeling overly emotional about something and perhaps emotional in a way that's putting others off. So yeah, all of that sounds like it could be fodder for some good Morrissey songwriting. So let's find out what it actually is. This is Morrissey. The tune is Late Night Maudlin Street, and it's from the 1988 album Viva Hate.
May sound trite, but it's true, I can list the detail of everything you ever wore or said, or how you stood the day as we spent the last night on Maudlin Street. Goodbye, house, forever. I never stole a happy hour around here.
Heavy percussion.
Was a missed boy,
Like stomping cannon fire.
Truly I do love you. you know. And so we crept through the park. No, I cannot steal a pair of jeans off a clothesline for you, but you, without clothes, oh, I could not keep a straight face. Me without clothes, well, a nation turns its back and gags. And packs.
Oh my god.
I am moving house, a half-life disappears today. With every head waves me on, secretly wishing me gone. Well, I will be soon gone.
The sonics of this track are insane. It's like true drums with other percussion, so it just feels
Times on Maudlin Street, they took you away in a police car. Inspector, don't you know? Don't you care? Don't you know about love? Your granddad and your mother died on Maudlin Street, in pain and shame, with never time to say special thanks. I took the key from Maudlin Street, but it's only bricks and mortar. Oh, truly I love you. Wherever you are, I hope you're singing now.
I'm stunned. That was crazy. I feel like I was watching a seemingly dark and or violent film, but with lots of comedy along the way. But yeah, it sounds like, at first I thought it was maybe mischief, but then it was like, you know, maybe they're running away from the scene of something, but like he's trying to like swap out his pants, but he like can't because he can't take some off the line, so he's like running naked, which makes the whole nation recoil and gag or whatever that line was. But then it's like they took you away in a police car, so maybe like only one of the people who was involved in this is being held accountable or is, you know, caught up in an investigation. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. But like, you know, your mother, your father died on Maudlin Street. Like, it does seem like there has been death, although that could be more natural and less violent. But it felt like there was something dark afoot. I just couldn't figure out exactly the contours of it. But it was like, you know, at first it was sort of, I didn't realize quite the story song it would be. And so then as I started to key in on it, like I said, there were moments it seemed like very funny, despite the fact that, you know, I could tell maybe on a larger level, you know, it's heavy material. So I enjoyed his vocal delivery in a couple places, almost having like a, kind of like a country, like a, trying to think of the right example. Not like Slim Whitman, but like, I don't know, Arlo Guthrie or something. Like he had this real like almost like twang type of delivery for some of the moments, and then ultimately I enjoyed there were moments where it's like his dreamy voice, but also with echoed or other effects, so it just feels like doubly ethereal. And yeah, once again, if sort of what it sounded like to my brain lyrically is, in some sense, thematically what's happening, then it would be another example of light and floaty sonics with seemingly heavier material. So, yeah, really cool one. And once again, it feels like this album is light years away sonically from what they were doing with the Smiths, which maybe that's not surprising that upon the Smiths breaking up and, the two major like founders going on and doing different things, it's not surprising necessarily that they would explore different sonic territory. But as I mentioned, for some reason I had it in my head that this was going to be more like the Smiths than Johnny Marr, teaming up with Sumner and doing electronic. But so far it feels, again, very different from the sort of wheelhouse of the Smiths sound. So even though, again, that did evolve, especially on the last album, which, once again, I am aware that a producer of that album is producing this. But yeah, I've just been blown away, like, each track with the sonics. So I enjoyed the heavy percussive sounds. Again, it was like cannon fire, people stomping, but also in rhythm with true drums, and those were rolling and doing, percussive flourishes as well. So just a really cool sonic track. Look forward to hearing what people have to say about this and filling in the thematic details. But I am also curious what people think about this album sonically, because as I said, I'm really enjoying it, and it's surprising me in the way that it just sounds so evolved from the Smiths sound. So do let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.